Hey everyone, and welcome. If you've ever had to build a course or put together a training session, you totally know this feeling. The end goal is crystal clear, but how on earth do you get there? Well, the secret is all about starting with the right blueprint. Today, we're going to break down 3 really essential instructional design models to help you pick the perfect one for whatever you're working on.
So, picture this. You get tasked with creating a brand new training module, maybe even a whole academic course. You know exactly what people need to learn, but the actual process to get there feels like this big, tangled mess. Where do you even start? Do you start writing the content, planning activities? Do you write the final exam first? It's a classic problem, and it's exactly what we're going to untangle today.
You see, the key is realizing there isn't just one single path. Think of instructional design models like different architectural blueprints. Every single one gives you a different structure, a different workflow for building the exact same thing, a really powerful learning experience. The real trick is just picking the right blueprint for the job at hand.
Okay, let's kick things off with the most traditional approach out there. I want you to think of this as the classic architect's blueprint. It's detailed, it's systematic, and it's a very linear plan. And probably the most famous example of this style is the ADDIE model.
ADDIE is actually an acronym, and it's known for what we call a waterfall progression. Basically, you have to complete one phase 100% before you can even think about starting the next one. It's super methodical, it's predictable, and honestly, it's been a cornerstone of instructional design for decades.
So the 5 phases are really straightforward. First, you analyze all the needs. Then, you design the learning solution. After that, you develop all the materials. You implement the course, and finally, you evaluate how effective it was. It's just a really logical A to Z flow.
So where does a model like this really shine? Well, ADDIE's biggest strength is its structure. It is perfect for projects where the content is stable and the stakes are really high. Situations where you need rock-solid documentation. Think about building a complex, formal, graduate-level nursing curriculum or developing some kind of mandatory regulatory training. In those cases, a systematic, proven path is exactly what you need.
All right, now for something completely different. Let's flip the script. Instead of starting at the very beginning, what if we started at the end? This is the whole idea behind backward design. You can think of it like planning a vacation. You don't start by just packing your bags, right? You start by choosing your destination.
This was popularized by Grant Wiggins and Jay McTighe, and backward design basically flips that traditional content-first model right on its head. So instead of just marching through a textbook chapter by chapter, it starts by asking the most important question: what should my learner be able to do when this is all over? Everything else you build is designed to serve that one single goal. The process is broken down into 3 stages. First, you identify the results you want, the big ideas you hope people will remember years from now. Second, you figure out how you're going to know they learned it. In other words, you design the final tests or projects. And only then, as the very last step, do you actually plan the activities and the instruction that will get them there. The real power of this model is its absolute laser focus on alignment. Every single piece of content, every activity, every assessment is pointing directly to that end goal. This makes it absolutely perfect for academic settings, like if you were designing a competency-based clinical skills course for nursing students, where you have to prove without a doubt they can perform specific tasks.
Okay, so we've met the structured architect and the destination-focused planner. Our third blueprint is for the agile developer, or maybe a sculptor. Someone who builds, tests, and refines everything in these quick, rapid cycles. This is the successive approximation model, or as everyone calls it, SAM.
SAM was developed by Michael Allen, and it basically just throws the whole idea of getting it perfect the first time right out the window. It is all about creating rough prototypes, fast, getting immediate feedback from people, and then iterating on it. The philosophy is so simple: fail fast, learn faster, and just build a better version each and every time.
The basic version, which is called SAM 1, moves through 3 phases. You start with a preparation phase just to get everyone on the same page. Then, you dive into this iterative design phase where you're just creating and testing rough prototypes. And finally, you move to iterative development, where you build, review, and revise the actual product in cycles, over and over until it's done.
This iterative cycle is exactly what makes SAM so powerful in these fast-paced environments where things are constantly changing. Just imagine a hospital needs to quickly roll out an updated sepsis protocol. The requirements might actually evolve as you're building the training. SAM's flexibility lets you adapt on the fly, which makes it perfect for urgent policy changes or new technology training.
So here's the really crucial point. Despite all their differences, these models are all trying to achieve the same thing. They all value having clear goals. They all want alignment between activities and outcomes, and they all have some form of evaluation. The real difference isn't the destination, it's just the road they take to get there.
Okay, so we have our structured architect, our goal-oriented planner, and our agile developer. Now for the most important part, matching the right model to the mission. How do you actually choose the right blueprint for your project?
Let's just boil it down. Here's the bottom line. If you are building a new, formal graduate curriculum that has to be robust and really well documented, the systematic nature of ADDIE is going to be your best friend. If you're designing a clinical skills course where demonstrating competency is absolutely everything, then the outcome focus of backward design is definitely the way to go. And if you need to create training for a new hospital protocol, like yesterday, then the speed and flexibility of SAM is the clear winner.
And that really is the main takeaway here. Being a great instructional designer isn't about mastering one model and then just using it for everything. It's about understanding the unique strengths of each one and intentionally choosing the right tool for the specific job you're facing.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about for your own work. Take a look at the project that's right in front of you. What does it demand most? Does it need the rigorous structure of ADDIE, the purposeful alignment of backward design, or the adaptive speed of SAM? Your answer is going to point you to your perfect blueprint.